we find anything, then we can do the before and after stuff.
Good idea.
We find something.
Absolutely. Well, there's.
If we don't find anything, we don't have a business.
We're gonna find something though. Digger down on the left, Texas corn digger on the right. We're headed into those woods, right, guys? Is that right, Texas corn digger?
That's right. That's right. We're looking for potential habitation area along the Brazos River. Brazos River, one of the oldest, most historical waterways in Texas.
Looking for Texas Revolution stuff, huh?
Yep, from that era. Absolutely.
All right, let's get after it. The best find today. What do you think that is, Texas corn digger?
Oh, maybe a plow or a wheelbarrow or...
Oh, plow. Okay.
Maybe.
You know what? It looks like those... you reckon that was wood that was on there at one time where those bolts are?
Looks like it might have been. Man, I don't know. There's more of it back there in the hole.
Are you going to go get it?
No.
Let it go. Well...
I don't think that's from our era.
No, that's old.
We'll see how they're put together.
Yep.
Huh.
You know, somebody, if we have enough footage to make a film, we just don't know yet. Somebody probably know what that is.
Probably.
See, that's not a drilled hole right there.
Some farmers will know what that is.
I haven't taken any footage at all.
Well, that's a nice find.
See these big holes right here?
Yeah.
Something went through there.
To, something bigger.
Well, we're heading back to Alvin. That's Texas corn digger and digger down right there in front of me. We didn't find very much. I think I was the leader with 4 pennies. Brett may have found a few more than that. Digger Dunn found 1 penny. We did not find any musket balls. We did not find any Spanish coins. But we really tried hard. We hunted for 6 hours. And probably the most significant find was that wheelbarrow looking thing that Brett found. So I just got a phone call from Digger Dunn. He said that he investigated a place off another road up here to the right, ghost town, abandoned town, whatever. I think we're gonna go check that out for another day while we're out this way. We'll probably return to that site we were at today. It's the bend in the Brazos River where Santa Anna and his troops, or some of his troops, crossed chasing Sam Houston, and they busted through the contingent of soldiers on the banks of the Brazos near where we were just hunting, and that was the last major defense before they cornered Sam Houston at San Jacinto, and his troops, of course, surprised Santa Anna and defeated them in just a few minutes. That's the history of where we were hunting, and we will go back another time.
This is John Craig.
Hey.
15 years ago,
Mind if I record you, Rush? All right.
Texas Monthly came by, and there's the picture doing a portrait of places, and they had a picture of the old Diddy Wah Diddy right there with the guy that owned it, Curly Wade. And an old black fella that lived out here named Churchwell. and they were buddies and all. And there's a picture. I had a copy of it and lost it, but it was great of them standing right by the
Really?
by the old Diddy Water Diddy. Now, this guy came in and tore it down, and cleaned it all up. But what it was, the original Diddy Water Diddy was for white people, and then back here on my property was houses of prostitution and
Really?
bars and gambling, and it was really bad. And it was like the Orientals and the blacks and the Mexicans.
When was that? What time
That
period
was
that?
back in 30s and 40s.
Really?
Yeah, and they call that Blood Alley because a lady used to own a taco stand in town, and she asked me where I was, and I told her down at Relic on the wrecking yard. I told her where, and she said, well, I was born there. So my mother worked in one of those houses. He says, it was sure enough rough. So, you know, at dark, you didn't go outside.
When you say she worked in one of those houses,
That's what she said. So I'm going to let you. You know, I'm sure that it was
Yeah,
Some
in
colorful
the
history,
trade.
yeah.
is there anything left down there of the old town?
This is it. Julep was right here, and for the rail line was right there.
Okay.
And it was on the rail line.
That's what
out
I
here.
thought, that burn must be the old
Yeah.
track line, yeah.
Now, if you go on the narrow gauge railroad that people out here with sugar cane. They boiled, you'd find every now and then a great big cast iron vat where they'd boil it down and make syrup out of it. This train came through taking sugar to Freeport, and on the way back it stopped and picked up the syrup and took it back to the sugar mill.
So they had a separate narrow gauge that was running
Yeah,
that syrup,
and
huh?
that's where it goes across where the, and you can find bits of it all the way down,
Man,
all the way to Freeport.
that is just too cool.
But-
Well, you know, one of our hobbies is metal detecting. That's really what we do. I don't know if Scott caught you on that, but man, if you got some spots on your property.
Well, like I said, this used to be a wrecking yard.
Oh, yeah.
It's about this deep in scrap.
Oh my
I
God.
mean, yeah, I've had 2 or 3 people. I said, yeah, run there and help yourself. All they find is hubcaps and
Man, I tell you what, I wouldn't mind giving it a go sometime if you'd be agreeable.
help yourself.
Whereabouts is it? Back?
Yeah, right here.
Okay.
8 acres.
And how many houses were back there, do you know?
I don't know. And she moved, and I don't know what's become of it.
And how long have you lived here?
I moved in here in '85.
Okay. Now, do you know the story behind the Diddy Wah Diddy, that name?
One of the town folks made it up, and it stuck.
That's where we heard it. It found its way in a song or
Oh
something.
yeah, the Diddy Wah Diddy.
Yeah,
Ain't
yeah.
No town,
Old
ain't
blue
no
song.
city.
That's
Back
it,
in the
right
40s.
there.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, go ahead. Well,
Sure.
the history goes that back in the 1850s, there was a guy named John Julep that settled here.
Original.
Yeah, and that's where it all began. And there was a post office here, and
Post office.
and a general store. Do you
I
know where
think
they were?
Right here.
Just right here, right
This
here.
is it. You're in downtown Julep, as far as I know.
You own Julep at this point, don't you?
A little piece of
So
it.
you're the mayor.
No, we ought to. I hope to incorporate and put in a speed trap or something.
Are you retired? Or you
Yeah.
If we were to stop in and knock on your door, you think we could hunt your backyard or this area? You wouldn't shoot at us, I guess, if we came up on you.
No, just go in and help yourself.
Well, is your scrap yard? Is it behind your?
No,
your place?
I retired. I started having heart attacks and
Oh.
ended up having a heart transplant about 6 years ago.
Oh, well,
so
if,
I just kind of piddle around now.
Well, you got 8 acres. Is there? What's behind on the 8 acres back there?
The canal turns and goes, it's my back boundary, and on the other side of the canal is a reservoir from the canal froze.
So if a man wanted to take a chance on maybe finding a few coins that might have got dropped, be better off up here, or you think?
I
or-
wouldn't know where to tell you. Anything you find back there, I mean, I've had people come spend all day back there, and they could find little pieces of tin and stuff
Yeah.
out of
But that's where the whorehouses were back there.
That's why they went back.
Well,
there.
this was up here too. It was segregated. It was segregated. That
A
was,
man might have as much luck up here in the front as he would in the back.
Digger Dan, I thought you was making all that up.
No.
It's
it's,
true story, huh?
So this over here is not your property, I guess.
No, that's a friend of mine.
Interesting, man. I tell you, I appreciate you taking time to talk to us.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty interesting little old town. Was.
If you don't mind, yeah, here next week or so, we might pop in on you. We can bring you a soda pop or something like that.
If I'm not here, just go in. Going back in with a couple of horses and a couple of donkeys back there, but
wouldn't be no problem.
The scrapyard, is it behind your place, or is it?
That's what this was right here. It was 7-8 acres.
Is that part of? Is that your land over there? Or?
No, this is
Just what's fenced in then.
Yeah,
So
it's just
okay.
fenced in, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Very good.
But
Well, we appreciate you taking the time.
yeah,
to-
no problem.
Thanks a lot, man.
But I mean, and you'd be amazed, you know, a lot of these people out here that died and drowned. And people said, "They drowned?" And said, "Yeah, the river. There wasn't any flood control on the river." And said, "You know, it flooded, and it would be all the way up here."
So the Brazos flooded all the way up to here?
Yeah, it would. It's about 4 miles, 5 miles.
Oh, I thought it was
It
further
You're
than
sitting
that.
in the floodplain of the Brazos.
Well, not anymore.
No, yeah.
Yeah, it's gotten out a time or two, but you know, I was reading it back. I said, "How do these people drown?" You know, but they'd ride a horse out here to look at their property or something. Get caught in a
Never make it back.
pay wagon sunk around here somewhere in
Oh,
the Brazos
really?
River full of gold.
Oh, now you got our
But,
attention.
I mean, everybody in the world's looked for it. Nobody's found it yet.
We ain't looked for it yet.
But I've heard that all my whole life.
You know-
trying to afford it to get to pay the troops in San Jacinto, and they lost the gold wagon.
Oh, that's right. That's like the twin sister story or whatever it is,
Yeah.
the two cannons, yeah.
And it may be there somewhere.
Well,
if
you
it's
know-
on the ground in the Brazos,
If
you know, next year it's under this much sand.
And if you stop and think about it, like I say, a lot of people look for it. If you found it, would you tell anybody?
Yeah.
It might have already been found.
I wouldn't tell anybody.
Neither would I. Well, hey, thank you.
Hey, nice
John,
to meet
really,
you guys.
Appreciate
Really,
it, buddy.
thanks so
hey,
much.
we'll see you if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Thanks, John.
No problem.
Appreciate it.
Came out here and put a wrecking yard in.
Man, you are-
Then I got, every time I'd get it up where I was making some money, I'd have a heart attack and be gone for 3 or 4 months. And so I finally gave that up and I said, I'm just going to build horse trailers. So I built custom horse
Is that one of
trailers.
your trailers right there?
No, I had to buy that. I kind of quit that when they changed it over to the aluminum trailers because I didn't want to buy new equipment.
That's all right.
Well, thanks a lot, John Craig. Appreciate it.
Man, how many heart attacks has he had?
So he's had several heart attacks.
And
He's had several in a heart transplant.
I wonder where the old post office was. That'd be interesting. Really junior store. But this is a lost town, right? This is a lost town. You know,